Hello and welcome to another Pokemon Unite Nation video. I'm LKG representing the channel, and today we have a top 5 video for you guys. This is a video I've wanted to do, and it's basically a top 5 of which Pokemon I think they should add into the game in the coming patches that are ahead. So without further ado, let's get it started. At number 5 we have my personal favourite Pokemon ever. And it's Tyranitar. So you can tell I'm being unbiased. I put my favourite at number 5. We have Tyranitar. And why I think he'd be so good in this game is I feel like he could be a good all-rounder or possibly a defender, like similar to Garchomp, these pseudo-legendaries with around 600 stats. I think in the normal games, I think he could be a good addition to the game. I think possibly his abilities, you know, sandstorm effects, maybe damage over time type of champion. Maybe have him a bit like Garchomp, where he scales into the game and he's not a early game powerhouse. You have obviously Larvitar into Pupitar and then into Tyranitar, and he becomes a beast. You know, maybe with a sandstorm or something. But he has to be in the game. Please put him in the game. That's all I'm saying. Right, at number 4, moving on to a very a bit of a crowd favourite here. We have Mew. So with Mew, I don't know if anyone's ever played League of Legends and ever played Silas, his ultimate is to steal abilities of other champions. I think Mew could do this because obviously being the first Pokemon, all Pokemon are ancestrally related to Mew. That's a bit of a mouthful. So I think you could possibly have her, steal some abilities and possibly have a bit of an all-rounder kind of feel to her. Or I was thinking, if you didn't want to do that, have her steal abilities, you could also make her a bit like Sylveon, make her an attacker, a high damage attacker with good damage over time, possibly. I think it would be good because it's a very popular Pokemon, Mew, and I mean, you could even make her a support if you wanted to, but I'd personally prefer damage. So yeah. Moving on to number 3, we have the big bro. We have Mewtwo. Now, I mean, everyone likes Mewtwo, let's be honest. It's a badass Pokemon, very popular. They definitely will add Mewtwo. I don't know if they'll add him as an actual playable character or maybe a boss a bit like Zapdos, but I would like to see Mewtwo. I just don't know how you'd balance Mewtwo, because Mewtwo is so OP, obviously being arguably the most powerful Pokemon in the entire lore. But what I'd like to see is probably an attacker that's similar to how Gardevoir and how Gardevoir scales in the late game. Gardevoir's an absolute beast. I'd love to see Mewtwo be kind of weak early game, and then late game just be less attacking, high damage, like monster that you really have to avoid. Basically, I'd like to see that, but I'm not sure how to balance it. But again, I want to see Mewtwo. Number 2, we have, this is a great idea. This character has to be in there. Where we have Scyther. And I feel like you can make Scyther Talonflame-like, or maybe like Zorora similar, with high speed, high damage, and possibly like some sort of crit involved in his kit as well, similar to Absol. I think that would be really fun to play, and I could see Scyther just going around the jungle, scything down people with crits and stuff like that. But I also put, maybe you could evolve him into Caesar as well, and then maybe him be a little bit slower, but a little bit tankier as well when he evolves into Caesar. But I'm not sure how you balance that, but I would love to see Scyther in there, possibly as a speedster or an assassin style of gameplay. And finally, we're at number 1, and I've put a crowd favourite here. I've put the big dragon himself, Dragonite. I feel like Dragonite would be incredibly popular if Dragonite got added to the game. I would probably see him again as an all-rounder with like some wind attacks, some AoE damage, hyper scaling, because obviously he's a 3 evolution Pokemon with Dratini, Dragonair, and when he gets a Dragonite, I'd like to see a huge power bump, a huge ultimate. I'd like to see him with a huge ultimate, which is really effective at Zapdos, some sort of wind ability or dragon rage or something. I think it'd just be really cool if we had a Dragonite, and I'd love to see the skins that we'd get on a Dragonite as well. But yeah, they've got to add all these 5, and I think they will do. We've had Greedent recently, and I think they need to up their game a little bit, and we want to see some real powerhouses. But that was my top 5. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like on the video, and subscribe, and maybe mention a few other ideas you have for any videos in the future. But this has been Pokemon Unite Nation, and signing out.